I have been gone for 2 weeks. I'm back. The Bears have won. The Bears beat the Commanders 25-24 in regulation. Jake Moody with the game-winning field goal. Come on, man. This is the biggest win for the Bears in at least 7 years. At least since 2018. No doubt about it. First of all, shout out to my papa. Shout out to my dad. Off the rip, called him immediately. What a game. What a finish. This team, God, you didn't know what they had. You didn't know what they had yet. It was 2-2. You had 2 straight wins. You felt like there might be something there. Coming off the bye, we were 1 out of our last 9 in games after the bye week. We come out today, start fast, 13-0 lead to start the game. Beautiful start. They jump on you. There's some miscues on offense. A couple times. It was 4th and 1. They went for it on Washington's 30. They didn't get it. Washington goes down. They score. Bust coverage. You end up going down. I believe it was... Well, I know we were up 13-10 at one point, and then it went to... I believe it was 17-13 and 20-13. It was something like that. But we went down. I'm sorry. I'm recording this literally right after the game. It's going to be a little bit of a sloppy podcast, but I just want to capture all the raw emotions from a Bears fan right now, because this absolutely was the biggest game we have won in at least 7 years' time. For the future, you got the Saints, you got the Ravens, you got the Bengals. You could go 3-0 in that stretch. If you could ride this momentum and go 3-0 in that stretch, you're going to be a 6-2 ball club heading into Week 9. That is huge. That is huge. This Week 5 bye, you got some of your guys back. Kyler Gordon played pretty good today. TJ Edwards played pretty good today. You got those guys back. DeAndre Swift. What a game. 170 all-purpose yards, had the 55-yard touchdown, was averaging about 10 yards a carry. He should have had the ball a ton more. That's something for maybe a later video when I decide to, make another one here, but DeAndre Swift should have been the bell cow in this game. And now they rode him on that last drive. Before the 2-minute warning, they went first down run, second down run. It was 3rd and 5. We were kind of questioning the play calling a little bit. Like, man, we need to get in the field goal range here. We need to do it fast. Caleb comes out of the 2-minute warning, quick 7-yard completion to Loveland. Finally, Loveland's back. This bye did wonders for this team. Wonders. You get Loveland back, he makes that catch. You go back to Swift on the ground. Back to him again. Back to him again. Back to him again. 4 straight carries on that last drive. Got us all the way inside the 20-yard line to set up Moody. You didn't give Washington a second. That was the problem last year. We scored a little bit too early, gave them 15 seconds time, and they beat us on a fluke Hail Mary. Now, Caleb Williams should be 2-0 against Jaden Daniels, and I'm sick of this conversation that Jaden Daniels is in another league than Caleb Williams, because Caleb Williams outplayed him tonight. Caleb Williams outplayed Jaden Daniels tonight. He out-quarterbacked him. The only thing Jaden Daniels did better was run the ball, and I dispute that he even did that, because Caleb ran in the touchdown. Jaden Daniels with the interception, 2 fumbles, 1 he recovered, 1 he lost at the end. That blew the game. Caleb played mistake-free football for the most part. Couple incompletions, accuracy still a little bit of an issue. As time goes on here, that'll be cleaned up. But man, when you need a drive, that is, I believe, his 4th or 5th career game-winning drive. I mean, come on. This guy has a clutch gene that we haven't seen out of a Bears quarterback. Cutler didn't have it. Trubisky didn't have it. Fields definitely didn't have it. And now we got Williams who has it. Finally. You're a winning ball club. You're 3-2 right now. Out of the bye. You are riding crazy momentum into next week when we play the Saints, which, quite frankly, is a terrible Saints team. You should blow the doors off of them next week. If you lose that game, then we're back to square one. But I don't envision that. This team, I can't overstate how big this was as a franchise. As a franchise, this is the biggest win we've had in at least 7 years. I'll say it and I'll say it again. Man, as far as the officiating goes in this game, awful. Some of the worst I've ever seen. They take back the Rome touchdown for what? Can we get a reason for that? The illegal formation that the rules analyst and all the commentators disagreed with? They just threw a phantom penalty there to take away a touchdown. The offsides on DJ Moore, which they called on the Commanders, offside on the Commanders, we declined the penalty. Then after that was over, they said, no, never mind. The penalty was on the offense. It was on DJ Moore. And then they didn't even show a replay. There was two roughing the passers that I disagree with. The one, he barely grazed his helmet. That was the first one. That was a third down extending penalty. And then once again, another third down, roughing the passer. They said he went too low. They said it was below the knees. What do you want the guy to do? The tackle shoved Brisker into Daniels' knees. He can't. What do you want him to do there? The officiating was terrible, and I'm not going to let that slide in this video because, quite frankly, it shouldn't be looked over. Even though we won this game, that was some of the worst officiating I'd ever seen in my entire life. And I've watched nearly every game you can in the 20 years that I've been alive. What a win. What a win. Ben Johnson outcoached Dan Quinn. There were some questionable decisions on Johnson's part at the beginning of the game, going for it, like I said, on Washington's 30. But you know what? They come back and they balled. They balled out, man. They balled out. He got them right in the fourth quarter. Third quarter has been our weakest this year. They come out in the third. They it didn't look too pretty. It didn't look too pretty down 24-16. That was the score. It was 24-16. I was blanking on it. Swift, beautiful 55-yard touchdown on that little swing pass there. They don't pick up the 2-point conversion. Ball goes back to Washington. When they got the 3rd and 15, Washington, I thought the game was over. 3rd and 15, and they'd allowed a little check down to go for 20 yards. Man, I thought that was it. They were a first down away from winning that ball game, and Daniels fumbled the handoff. He almost threw it into Krosky Merritt's stomach there. He threw the ball, and Nahshon Wright finally looked terrible this game, but was in the right place at the right time and jumps on the fumble. And the rest is history. Jake Moody. Jake freaking Moody, man. Cairo Santos, I don't know if you're getting it back, brother. I don't know if you're getting it back. I know he had the one kick blocked, but 4 for 5 today. All 40-plus yard field goals. The last one was 38, I believe. Excuse me. But, I mean, you got to have a clutch gene for that. That guy was a third-round pick that got scrutinized in San Francisco, had some tough games, and it was the scrutiny was rightful. He deserved it. He was one of the least accurate kickers in NFL history, and you know what? He came out today. He came out 4 hours after they elevated him from the practice squad and hit the game winner. Now, that's what heroes are made of, man. That's what heroes are made of in this league. And that's how you keep a job in this league. Now, Cairo Santos, I don't know if you'll ever be kicking for this team again. But I tell you what, Jake Moody, excellent, excellent. We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting. It's after all these years of heartbreak, blocked kicks, double doinks, Hail Marys, anything you could imagine that's happened to this team has happened. And you know what? Today, we finally got one on our side. It's been a long time coming, man. It's been a long time coming. But we did it. We did it. We got the win. 25-24. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I went on vacation. I came back. I've had overloaded with schoolwork. But you know what? This is the first video back. I'm so excited to keep making these. Like I said, shout out to my dad. Shout out to Papa. You guys called me immediately. I felt like I was back home in Chicago with you guys. That was great. Shout out everyone in Oklahoma. That was a party as soon as we hit that field goal. Man, I haven't been this happy over a Bears game, I don't think, in my entire life. What a win. We deserve that one. We deserve that one. Get ready for more videos coming at you soon. When I have the time, I'm going to make as many as I can. Bear down. Let's go. Big win.